Good morning, everybody. As you guys know that we are getting new POSs in our stores, so we are here from our team, myself and Steve, going to demonstrate you how to put a PS together and get it going. The intent of this video was to have this setup done mostly at home, and then once the setup is complete, you take it to your store and then have it installed. The reason for this is because our internet at some of the stores are slower, so it takes longer time for this installation to complete. So when you get this POS from IPC, it comes in 3 boxes. The first one, the black one, has the POS itself. I'm going to take it out here for you guys to show it. So there's the POS. And the second box, the white one, has the cash drawer, and the third one has all the peripherals in it. Printer, keyboard, and stuff like that. So once you get it unbox it, we're going to set it up a new POS today here. This is actually going to be installed at one of my stores. It's a Friday, we're recording this video, so we wanted to do it right. So I'm kind of a little cautious about the paper, but I'm going to take it off anyway. So we're going to try to hook up with the mouse and the keyboard first. Just going to take the power boxes or power bar out. So this is the box where you have your power bar. So this is what we needed. We need an internet connection, fast internet connection at home, so that you can do most of your program installation at home, and then afterwards you can take it to the store. Here's your new HP Engage, brand new. The box is pre-opened because just wanted to make sure everything is in the box. There's our keyboard, and we're going to try to connect our keyboard and a mouse and connect this POS with the internet so the installation process can start. Alright, so I have an internet cable available here. So I'm going to show you behind what's available here. So on the back, if you see, there's a whole bunch of connection points. So if you can see it clearly here, that's your internet right here. There's 4 USB ports. One's already hooked up. There's 2 green ones and a red one. The red one is for printer. The other 4 we're going to connect as we needed. We needed a scanner. I need to be connected. There's wire and mouse and keyboard is going to be connected here. So this is how we're going to start our installation. I'm going to hook up the power bar. And this is our mouse here. So alrighty. So we're going to connect it quickly so that we get this going. Connecting to a plug. And move this box out. Just make sure, guys, check the POS, the machine when it comes in, if the boxes are not damaged, so that you can let IPC know or the shipping company that it's damaged or not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect first the mouse here, okay, on the back. And the keyboard. And then we're going to power it up afterwards. And the power cable goes right here. I'm going to move it a little here because I don't think my internet cable is long enough. So we're just going to move it forward. There you go. I got my internet hooked up on my HP Engage, the new POS. I got my keyboard hooked up. There's power here. You can see the green light. And now I'm going to turn this on. So there's a button right here on the bottom where it says Intel. There's a button. I just powered it up, guys. So you can see it's powering up. Now we're gonna follow the instructions. Make sure there is a PDF file that will be attached to this video, so you guys can review it again for the connection points. And once this is, see how it powers up nicely? So it's on, and it's gonna give me some prompts. So let's see what's gonna come up. There you go. So network connection. So I have connected to the network here. Do you want to allow your PC to be in discoverable mode? Yes. There you go. So now we're gonna select the language. That's English. Actually, I'm gonna use my mouse. I'm on the other side, so it's kind of a little hard, but that's fine. We can work through it. Alright, so we're just gonna use the hand. Say next, start. Go, please enter your country. So, it's Canada, C-A-N-A-D-A. There we go. So go on down drop here, and I am in Canada, so there we go. There you go, Canada. Selected. And then go next. Actually, I'm going to use quickly here the mouse pad, because that's the problem we're getting here because of the mouse pad.
Perfect.
Because of the shiny surface, you might not be able to. So enter your restaurant number. So I am going to take this to one of my stores. So it's equal 8660. Taking there. It's information validation of the information on the POS. All right, guys. So here we go. Now it's actually starting to reload. We're just going to follow the instructions. It go yes. Yeah, we used Subway POS before, so it's going to ask the instructions yes. So now it's asking, so hit next. North America country is Canada, so you just select Canada. And go next. Our store number is 48660. There's no satellite store, so this is going to be just the one POS. So stay at 0. It's going to ask you, you have to select the valid terminal. Yes, so I did. There you go, 1. That's terminal 1. Yes, this is my primary terminal. Are you transiting Subway POS data from another previous? Yes, because I already have countries Canada, store number is 48660, and I have to just reconfirm all the information on the POS. There you go. So now it's going to start downloading. It's pretty actually easy at home or office. You can set it up because your internet's usually faster, and it's going to eliminate most of your downtime at the store and not wait. You don't have to disconnect your POS and stop the customers, or you don't have time sometimes. So get this thing done before, and then once all this POS programs installed, you can hook up to your store and get it going. All right, so it says complete. Now it's gonna say, please wait for this installation to happen. So now this process now is gonna take at least 25, 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes at home. And after this installation is complete, it's gonna ask you to connect your peripheral devices, printers, your cash drawer, and your scanner. So that you can connect either in your home, or you can connect it at office, or you can take it to your store and connect it afterwards, and then follow the instructions.
Once the download is complete, it'll begin to install. You'll first have a prompt to run the installer for SQL. Just click Run. Allow the Subway Ready tool to continue installing. You'll see a few windows pop up during the process. When it reaches the SPM step, you'll get a message about a mismatch. Just ignore it and click OK. Then the installer window will pop up. Click Next. Make sure Subway is chosen and click Continue. Enter your store number and press Next. With everything checked, press Next again. If this is Terminal 1, press Next. Carefully enter your SPM number. If you do not have this number, you can contact our coordinator. Then press Next. For scanner device, make sure to choose Magellan Scanner from the drop-down menu and check gift cards and tips, then choose Next. The installer for your Adyen terminal will run. Just click Abort at this point since we're not in the store and click Next. Next, the installer for your scanner will run. Just click Next since we don't have it plugged in. Click Next, and finally choose Finished. The installer will run a few more steps and then a pop-up for the cloud database restore will show. You do not want to run this unless it is 30 minutes past closing for your location, and you want to make sure that the cloud icon is green on your POS system at the store. If it's not past closing yet and you want to run cloud restore later, you can close this window for now and you'll be prompted to restart. Once your terminal comes back online, we have a few more things that we need to do in preparation for the swap. Click the LiveIQ dashboard yellow icon and enter your store number. Enter your feed ID and password. Click Allow and then click the yellow icon again to back out. Press the Windows key or click the Start menu icon. Scroll down to Telequip Opus folder and open Setup. Click the icon on the left to set up a new device. From the drop-down, choose T2 plus Flex RS-T32 and click Next. Type in COM2 for the port and choose 9600 baud rate from the drop-down menu, then click Finish and close out. Click the Big Fix little blue circle icon in the taskbar and accept any pending tasks. You may see some window updates listed if not already complete. Once that is done, open the Start menu again and search for Internet. Open the browser and go to thefeed.subway.com. Log in and from the main menu choose Manage Your Restaurant and then under Technology choose Zipium. Select Subinventory and then click Learn More. Scroll down and click Get Zipium Agent. Run the file. Choose Next until install starts. When the pop-up window shows, select Install. When prompted with the security warning, make sure you uncheck Always Ask or you'll always see this pop-up when you open Subinventory. Choose Subway from the drop-down menu. Enter your store number, feed ID, and password, then click Activate. Choose your store number from the drop-down menu and then click Submit. Click Activate. At this point, you should open Subinventory and when prompted, choose Subway POS and then save. So now let's say you've reached at least 30 minutes past your closing time of your store and you're ready to restore the database. From the Start menu, navigate to the Subway POS folder and then click on Cloud Restore. Enter your feed ID and password, store number, and 0 unless you have a satellite location, then choose Download. It'll begin the download process depending on your internet speed. It can be a few minutes to an hour. Once downloaded, you'll get a success message. Click OK. It's going to ask you if you're sure, press yes. It'll ask one more time if you're sure, press yes, and then the restore process will start. Once completed, you'll get a success message. Click OK and then you can close out. When you start Subway POS, since the store POS is still on, the cloud backup will become corrupt. Just as a precaution, open this PC, click Windows C drive, copy the Subway POS Cloud Restore folder, and paste it into the C drive directory as a backup. Now you can start Subway POS to see if it's working correctly by choosing the shortcut on the desktop. You'll be prompted to log in for the cloud backup. Just enter your store, 0, the feed ID and password, then choose OK. Now your POS is all ready for swap out in the morning when the store opens. The night before you swap out, I would highly recommend that you also open and prepare all peripherals that come in the box with the POS system. In the box you'll find the step-by-step guide you can use in addition to this video. Take out the receipt printer. All you need from this box is the cable, printer, and back piece, which snaps on for cable organization. If you ordered a POS with a hinge, the receipt printer cable comes in a separate package, so do not lose that. You'll also find up the battery backup power supply. You won't need the cable it comes with, so set that aside. Open the bottom and make sure you connect the red power line to the battery and correctly place the battery back into its slot and then place the cover back on. The small box is the new barcode reader. Don't lose the included Allen wrench, as this is used to remove the old reader from the mount. Take out and set aside the keyboard and mouse. Finally, you'll have a large cash drawer to remove. Be careful not to lose the key or damage the cable. If you ordered a heavy-duty cash drawer, the box is a little different and the key is usually inside the cash drawer. From the POS box, you'll need the power cable and the POS system. Now you can set aside everything and it's easily accessible for swap out the next morning. When you arrive at your store in the morning, make sure that you turn off your old POS system and unplug all the cables. Unplug and pull up the power cable so you can remove the POS system. Unplug and remove the old receipt printer and cash drawer. Remove the old keyboard and mouse. Clean up the area for your fresh new POS install. The labeled USB cable should be for your old barcode reader. Run the cable out so you can later remove the old reader. Unplug your old battery backup and plug in the new battery backup. Switch your new battery backup on once it is plugged in. Avoid plugging in more than a few items in the backup since it can easily be overloaded. Try to keep it just the POS and your credit card reader on your battery plus surge side. Run your POS power cable up to your counter surface and you can start plugging in peripherals. Plug in your network cable for internet. Plug in your new USB keyboard. Plug in your USB printer or your new mouse. Plug in your credit card reader. Make sure its power is still plugged in. Plug in your coin dispenser cable into COM B or COM 2. This is what we set it up for previously. Plug in your red receipt printer cable into the red plug on the POS system. Plug in the USB for your new barcode reader. Plug in your new cash drawer cable. Then finally you can plug in your power cable. Press the power button to turn the POS system on. As soon as Windows loads from your desktop, click on the P400 device setup utility. Click Continue. Choose P400, then click OK. The setup process will run. If anything fails, you might have an inactive internet connection, credit card device might not be on, or you might end up having to call technology support to get a fix. Once done, click Continue. From here you can start Subway POS. While it's loading, it's now your opportunity to start organizing cables. Your speaker cable can be plugged in at this point on the side of your POS system. Once plugged in, you'll get a pop-up for headphone line. Make sure it's selected and click OK. You should now get sound to your speakers so your team won't miss remote orders. From Subway POS, choose Restaurant Functions with the owner level login. Choose Restaurant Settings, then Device Configuration. Switch off the receipt printer and then switch it back on to make sure it prints. With a printed receipt, you can test your new scanner. Use the included Allen wrench to remove the old scanner. Start a transaction and test the QR code on the receipt. If it scans, you're good to go. Start a gift card balance check, and if it doesn't have an error, your credit cards will be working just fine. Test the transaction and make sure the coin dispenser works. If it doesn't, you can try the switch in Device Manager, and if that doesn't work, you may need to contact technology support. If you don't have the correct cable, you can order it from IPC Services. Just navigate to POS Hardware, and then scroll down to POS Accessories. Down by the bottom, you'll find the coin dispenser communication cable for HP. At this point, your new POS system should be all good to go. Try to make the setup as clean and appealing as possible. Thank you, and we look forward to seeing all your great POS setups out in the field.